Hey guys, it's Sassy here, and today's video is going to be a hair care for obviously box braids. As you guys can see, I got box braids installed about 2 weeks ago, and yeah. And since I got them installed, I've been asked by a couple of our viewers and blog followers to do a video on care and all that type of stuff. So I made some notes on my phone, and I'm gonna, periodically be reading off of them. So, like I just said, I've had them in for 2 weeks, and when I do get box braids, I keep them in anywhere from about a month and a half to 3 months maximum. After the 3-month mark, your hair is going to start dreading. If you want to lock your hair, by all means, keep them in for like 4 or 5 months or so. But if you don't want dreadlocks and you don't want hair breakage and stuff, please, 3 months, take them out, please. So, for my hair, I used Expression. It's the African braid. I do know that they run for about $8 in Canada. I used color 1, color 2, and purple. It just happened that I wanted to use all color 2 because my hair is not a jet black and it's not a light brown either, so 2 is my perfect color. But what happened was I read the stamping is a little off on these hairs, so when I ended up doing my hair, it's just like a mixture, but you can't really tell. So I do have some purple on the sides. I just wanted them on the sides, so if so yeah, I have the purple in there. It's Expression hair. It's a little expensive, but the braid that you get is very nice. For my hair, normally to keep them neat and to preserve them, I use a couple of different products. When my scalp is feeling itchy, I use braid sprays, and I will use any one of these 3 braid sprays depending on my mood, depending on how I'm feeling, etc., etc., and whichever one is nearby. So I use these braid sprays. They really help with reducing the itch and stuff, and personally, I prefer water-based hairsprays rather than the oil-based because I don't like the buildup of oil in my scalp. And then I also, for my scalp too, because I have really dry scalp, I use Sulfur medicated for dandruff and for when my hair gets really icky and stuff. I just hate the smell of this stuff, but again, it works great for removing the dandruff. So Sulfur 8 works really great. I wish I knew the price point on this, but it's not really expensive at all. Then I also use these 2 over here for my hairline, just because with all the styling and the tension, you can lose a lot of hair on your hairline. So I use this hair fertilizer. I don't know if it's available in Canada or America or in the UK, but I got it in Ghana. So if you do check maybe an African hair product shop or an African grocery store, you might be able to catch this stuff there. But it's really great, no big build up or anything, and it has a nice menthol sensation after you've applied it. So I tend to apply these to areas where I have a lot of tension and stuff like that, and onto my scalp again. And this stuff I put on my temples where I would see the most loss of hair, where I have the thinnest parts of hair over there. Another thing I do with my edges is obviously brush them with a boar brush, and I will use what's that stuff called, edge controller gel, and then I'll scarf it down if I am doing a style. Now with your hairline, where you will experience a lot of damage if you're not careful is things that I've learned in the past is that when you're styling, if you can, make a side part. if you make a side part, it causes your hair to kind of pull this way, obviously, so you know there's less tension rather than pulling it all back like this, and then you have your hairline receding. So that's one thing you can do. Again, also, if you are going to pull it all back, make sure it's not a super tight ponytail or bun or anything like that. Another option is when you are doing hairstyles that you do need to pull it back, when you feel a couple of hairs, like you can feel certain places where the hair is too tight, so just pull on it gently and it should loosen it. That I do use when I am styling is I use the jumbo bobby pins. You can't really see them, but yeah, I use the jumbo bobby pins just because they are able to go through all my hair really well. And I also use scrunchies to tie back on my hair because the hair can get heavy. I use these big rubber bands for tying back hair again, and headbands are really nice for when you just want to pull all your hair back. And lastly, when I'm going to bed, I put satin bonnet on just so that it doesn't get frizzy and my hair doesn't pull back and stuff like that because it gets uncomfortable. So a satin bonnet will definitely give you more longevity for your braids. Another thing I forgot to mention with the hairline is when you have certain pieces that are really pulling and they're just hanging on by the littlest bit of hair, take them out. Don't let them sit there. I know it kind of makes the hairline look really what's the word? It makes it look really rough, but if you take them out and you just kind of wrap it around another braid, it kind of pulls it back. It makes it neat too, but it's not putting too much tension on your hair already because, again, that's a big way to lose more hair. With the summer, with all the heat and the swimming and beach and this and that, your hair can get really stinky really fast. So if you do want to wash your hair, use a shampoo, get your scalp really well. You can blow dry the roots when you're finished, but just make sure that you do get your hair really dry, because if your hair does not get really dry, you are more likely to get things like fungus and molds and all that stuff, and that ain't cute, boo-boo. That ain't cute. I hope it was really informative for you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.